Hey guys, what's up? It's Robbie here, and we are taking a look at the upcoming zombie and horror games heading to the PS4, Xbox One, and PC in 2016 and 2017. And guys, if you are a zombie fan or a horror game fan, you are in for a treat. Now, if you want to skip ahead to the game you seek, you want to find out about the open world zombie games or the co-op zombie games, you can use the video guide in the description below just to skip ahead to games like Days Gone, Dead Rising 4, and so much more. But let's start the list.
It's gonna be dark soon.
When does that ever stop me?
So yeah, first up, we've got Days Gone heading to the PlayStation 4 exclusively in 2017. Now, this is an upcoming open world action adventure survival horror game as it is being described, and it's developed by Sony Bend Studio, and they've got a ton of potential here. The zombies move much like World War Z. That's really where it stands out. They are so much faster than your typical zombie from other games. So that's going to be a real treat. Now, it is single player only so far, and it is going to be about a biker and his gang, and they are going to be surviving. So it's coming out on PlayStation 4 in 2017. But don't worry, you Xbox One and PC fanatics, we are going to be getting Dead Rising 4 on December 6th, 2016. Now, this is going to be your open world survival beat 'em up against hordes and hordes of zombies. And yes, you can play solo, but you can also go online with friends in full drop-in and drop-out co-op. That's awesome. I always love that about the Dead Rising games, and expect some crazy weapon crafting in this game. That's one thing they always provide. That's really what Dead Rising is about. Getting with friends, crafting weapons, seeking out new materials, and seeing what you can make. But guys, it'll be headed again to the Xbox One and PC December 6th, 2016. And I think this one could be huge, guys, in 2017. It is Overkill's The Walking Dead, which is going to be a co-op first-person shooter with elements of action, role-playing, survival horror, and stealth. Co-op being the most important bit about this one. You're going to be exploring the highly popular Walking Dead universe, and you're going to be playing one of the survivors, and you'll have 3 other friends with you surviving alongside you in a post-apocalyptic world dominated by none other than the flesh-eating walkers in 2016 Washington. What will you do to survive? I'm curious to see if they have survival mechanics where you actually work against your friends. That's what I'm very curious about, because I feel like that's part of the Walking Dead DNA. But it will be releasing on PS4, Xbox One, and PC, and is aiming for a 2017 release. Plus, it will be supporting virtual reality in some regard, so I do think 2017 could be a huge year for virtual reality. And since we're on the subject of The Walking Dead, we're going to be getting The Walking Dead Season 3. Now, this is rumored to be landing November 15th, 2016. Now, that's a leaked date, but according to sources, that's going to be the final release date. But you will be playing as protagonists Clementine and Javier in a story that takes place 4 years after the events of Season 1. And Resident Evil is back in Resident Evil 7, a proper sequel landing on PC, PS4, and Xbox One January 24th, 2017. Now, this is going to be a big one and will support full PlayStation virtual reality as well. So I think this could be a reason to really invest in PlayStation VR. Who knows? It could be something promising. Besides, I did get to try PlayStation VR, and it seems like it could be absolutely huge here in, I think, a year or two, depending on the price, of course. Now, Resident Evil 7 is going for the first-person perspective this time, which, of course, is going to be favoring VR, but there's not a lot of info about how Resident Evil 7's mechanics are going to be. Is it going to be a full-blown shooter? Is it going to be a puzzle-type game? Or are you going to have to run away and get the heck out of the way of whatever zombified creature you run into? We will find out down the road, but it appears that Capcom might be taking a few risks with this one, which is kind of exciting, of course. I'm curious to see what happens with it. but I don't know what to make of them abandoning the third-person perspective. Some of you may welcome it, some of you may not. Let me know what you make of it in the comments below. But again, this one will be landing January 24th, 2017. So whatever happened to Dead Island 2? Well, it was being developed by Jaeger, the same guys that brought us Spec Ops: The Line, but the developer was dropped for no apparent reason. However, the publisher Deep Silver assures the game is happening still and it will be coming eventually, which means there's no solid release date, but apparently it is going to be happening. And if it happens as advertised previously, we'll be getting an open world set in sunny California with 4-player co-op and a ton of weapons, and it could be potentially focused on firearms a lot of the time. But hopefully it is good. That's all that really matters. Let's cross our fingers that this one actually happens. And the PC game Killing Floor 2 is coming to the PS4 and likely on the Xbox One on November 18th, 2016. Killing Floor 2 offers 6-player co-op, 12-player PvP and survival game mode support, plus a full-blown perk system with a progression system. And it's going to be really focused on brutal melee combat as well. It looks like it could be a big hit on the consoles as it was very well received on PC. So guys, look into this one. Stay tuned for more. And oh man, I cannot wait for this one. It is State of Decay 2, which will be landing exclusively on PC and Xbox One in 2017. And this time we'll finally embrace the full-blown cooperative support it deserves in an open world where surviving is about scavenging for food, water, and shelter. I played the heck out of the first State of Decay, so this one should be really, really good. The first game offered a ton of awesome mechanics, so I'm hoping this one delivers even more so. Cannot wait to see some actual gameplay demos. Stay tuned, guys, for this one here on Open World Games, but remember, 2017, for PC and Xbox One, we will be seeing State of Decay 2. Now, you probably never imagined Metal Gear taking this route, but it looks like, yep, it is actually happening. Zombies are invading the world of Metal Gear in Metal Gear Solid Survive. The game is set in an alternate reality in the Metal Gear universe, and the development staff stated that the player will be able to customize their character, use several weapons, and develop their own equipment to suit their play style. Of course, you can do this in solo play, or you can play it in co-op play. It will still offer the same cooperative mechanics, and I believe it is in an open world, just like Metal Gear Solid 5 was. And honestly, if you forget about all the controversial happenings around the name Metal Gear, you may actually find this one to be an enjoyable experience. Who knows? It could actually happen. But guys, look forward to more info about this one. It will be dropping in 2017. And whatever happened to that game called Hellraid? Some of you may or may not know of this one, but it was a dungeon zombie type crawler game that was focused on melee combat. It looked really, really cool and had full-blown cooperative support, and it was being developed by the guys that made the original Dead Island and Call of Juarez and Dying Light, and it looks like it could be really, really promising. But Techland insists that it is not canceled, that it is going to happen. I'm crossing my fingers it could be out in 2017, that they're holding off for something really special with it, as it did look really promising. It seems like they wanted it to be about replayability in an environment that's randomly generated, so I'm very curious to see if this happens. So stay tuned, guys, for further news about Hellraid. So there are 3 zombie-centric games that are out right now. They are Dead Island, the definitive collection on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. It's going to offer a ton of content, better graphics than the Xbox 360 and PS3 counterparts, and of course, full-blown co-op. I think it's worth looking into if you want a fun and good time for a cheaper price, of course. And then, of course, Resident Evil, the HD collection, which includes 4, 5, and 6, with a ton of content that you might not have played, including the DLCs. So guys, check that one out as well. And don't forget 7 Days to Die. This is actually a Telltale game by the team that brought us the Walking Dead games. If you enjoyed those, give this one a try. It is more of a horde zombie survival game. You have 7 days to build a base and then survive. Now, there's a lot to be desired in the graphics department, but if you're a fan of Minecraft, you probably won't mind the graphics at all. Give it a try and see if you enjoy it. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really do hope you enjoyed this list of zombie games. I think that deep down, all of us love our zombie and horror games. Guys, if you are wanting more coverage of these games in the future, smash that like button. I really appreciate the support. And if you are new, welcome to the channel. Subscribe if you want to stay updated on all things open world gaming goodness and so much more. Thank you guys for watching. Look forward to more, and I will see you guys later.